And hello to all my Aquarius friends. I would like to welcome you in. My name is Scott Sagent, and today I'll be doing your free psychic tarot reading for February 2022. Now today they've dialed up for you a Celtic Cross Spread. It is a large spread. It basically looks a little bit in the past, a little bit in the future. It's a really good spread to target the environment also, the area around you and the people around you. Very good for a monthly reading. So we're going to get into that. They've asked that I conclude your reading with a Messages from Heaven spread, something that I don't do very often in general readings. But there is a deceased male, who would like to present a couple messages here for some of my Aquariuses here, and Spirit is organizing that. I'm not exactly sure how they're able to do that, but I'm just grateful to be the messenger. So we're going to get started. We're going to get underway. The cards are already shuffled. I do that ahead of time to save time. What I'm going to do right now is bring you in so you can watch. Go ahead and hit that like button if you're ready to have a great February. And we're on. Okay. What I'm doing now are my ritual cuts. Basically cuts the deck into 3 different pieces. Puts them back together in a separate order. And that satisfies the ritual aspect of tarot. Do that with both decks here. And then they're ready to go. So here we go with Celtic Cross for Aquarius. This is you and all that you are. This is what crosses you. This is what's behind you, recent past. This is what's in front of you, near future. This is what's above you. If you can see it. There we go. That's what's above you, something that you're aware of. This is what's below you, something you're not. I don't know if you can see that either. The Celtic Cross is a little bit tall, so it's hard to get in my wide angle view here. Now we go up the sides with 7, 8, 9, 10. You'll definitely lose sight of 10, but I'll turn it in so you can see. So there's 7, 8, 9, and here is 10. I'm going to move the camera in just a second so you can see it better. But this is the main group. This is the entire Celtic Cross setup here. Let me count my inverts. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, a lot. 5, 6, 7, 8. We got a whole bunch. So we got to discard to see if we're going to read it that way or if we're going to flip it upright. And they actually do want, that's another invert. So that means we're going to upright everything. So everything is going to get turned back. Needs to stay in the same order. Very important in tarot. But besides that, everything else. Same positions, same cards, all that good stuff. Now I just need some angel cards to get a little bit more information on the big themes here. There are a couple. Here's one. Here's another. And that's actually going to be it. So let's see how we did on the camera here, getting it all in view. This is 10 up here. Oh, that's not even in view at all. There's 10. It's a 10 of Pentacles is the 10th card. Okay, so let's get underway, Aquarius. Let's do it. Okay. Make some room for myself here. Okay, to begin at the very beginning here, very proud moment here for a lot of my Aquariuses. You're at a very good place, taking great pride in something. Perhaps it's even friendships, people. They showed the 3. I always talk about the 3 in this deck when this card comes up. A lot of times it's 3 people hanging out together or spending a lot of time with you and 2 other people. That's what comes up first. It is also the artist card in other decks. Not so much this deck, but it is that same vibe about really taking great pride in something, just like an artist would his painting. So you guys are taking great pride here with something. There is a level, though, that you're experiencing right now of heartbreak. That is a strong word to describe the current situation, perhaps, but that is how this level of heartbreak in this deck specifically, I call this my bird deck because there's a lot of animals, especially birds in here. This is more about kind of a mental pain than it is necessarily a heartbreak, like a actual pain. So it's like first of all, the 3 of Swords is the card. It's a very mental and cerebral suit. Anytime we have swords, it's very, very mental. So this could just be something that you're dealing with in your head, like a high level of stress, high level of anxiety, heartbreak up here, not heartbreak here per se. It could be both, but it's specifically, since it's a sword, it is mostly, something going on up here that's just like really causing you a lot of grief or problems or something like that. That's what they show what's going on right now at this very moment. But when we look back in the near past, they show that there's a lot of options back there. So there's a lot of choices going on there. Maybe you felt like there wasn't. Maybe you felt like there was only one, but they're saying that there was a lot of different ways that you're in the recent past that you could have gone with whatever we're describing, I'm assuming, because this is branching right off of the main cusp there of where we started. Now, Aquarius, as we move into the near future, I don't like to talk too much about the past because we can't go back and change it. So it's like, besides just attaching to it in validation, there's really not much use for it, except for learning lessons from the past. As we move into your future, they bring up the Strength card. This is a very good omen here, good thing to see for my Aquariuses. It's talking about you have all the tools. You don't need to delay. You don't need to hesitate with whatever you're trying to do, especially if what we're describing here. If you know what they're talking about here, there is no reason to delay with anything. You have all the tools in your toolbox. You can go forward with this in strength. Be courageous. Not just February, but as we move into March and April too. So very good vibe there. They show loyal heart. So a lot of you, this is like, it feels like therapy to me. It almost feels therapeutic, more so than therapy itself. It's just like, you find rectification or reconciliation in somebody else. Somebody else is really making you feel good here in the future. It could have to do with love. I'll have to look at some of my other cards as we go forward, but love does come up here. It is 2 owls in the shape of a heart. So it's basically saying loyal heart. Good reminder for you too to be loyal here. As you move forward, it's very, very important for you to keep on the up and up. That way you're going to attract the same thing back to you. You want to put it out there the same way you want it back. It boomerangs back. That's what karma does. As we move into your above position, this is not telling you necessarily anything brand new. This is something that you are aware of. And they're saying that you're making an action here in love. There is action going forward. So now we do have love messages coming in. It's not even a message. It's more of an action. So for some of you, this is, like I said, I'm not telling you anything new. And this could be different for my different Aquariuses. It's hard to pinpoint in a general reading because there's a lot of different things that this can mean. This could mean like moving in with your partner. This could mean moving a relationship to the next level. If you're single, a love action could be going on a date with somebody, meeting somebody new. So love action is actually what they show. February presents itself, very good time to do that. A lot of you probably either are aware of that or are moving forward with that. If you're not, this is the message. And this is the message that it is a good time to go forward in love. In your love corner. In your love corner, it doesn't only talk about just love and relationships. It's a big corner for you guys. It's your family. It's your friends. Anybody close to your heart can be coming up in your love corner. So good time for action there. A lot of you are already aware of it. Now, as we hit the bottom, this is something you're not aware of, so now I am telling you something new. They bring up the Justice card here. So this is legal agreements, anything you put your signature on, contracts, any kind of law type stuff, legal stuff. I always remind people when this comes up, bad time to speed while you drive, bad time to run stop signs, legal, the police lights behind you, all that stuff comes up. Even fines like toll roads and, stupid things, parking fines and violations. Just be cautious about that. In the month of February, this is just probably only for February. It could also be legal things coming to you that are looming, that are on their way. Probably less common of a definition for most of my Aquariuses, but I at least have to bring it up because it's a general reading. So let's go up the sides here. Number 7 is your advice. The advice column is a money message coming in very, very soon. Money or health. It's really hard to pinpoint, and for most of my general readings, it's split. It's kind of down the line. So there is it's going to be one of the two things. It will not be both, more than likely. It's one or the other. Whatever's going on, in your life that is more prevalent is probably what it's going to be. A health message coming in early in the month would be like, hey, a report from the doctor, or, hey, you got approved for this, or you need to take a new medication, or you need to do this diet, that kind of thing. If it's a money message, it would be more like, you're getting a raise, or you actually owe tax money, or, It could be good or bad, is what I'm saying. It's a correspondence, is what it is, and it's coming in before the full moon. Let's talk about the moon cycles now, because the full moon comes in on the 16th. The full moon is the time to get anything out of your life that you don't want in it, something that you want purged, and just get it out. I call it the garbage truck of the universe because it's the best time to get stuff out. Whether it's people, whether it's actual stuff, and stuff you got to get rid of, or clean a garage out, or stop a bad habit, emotional baggage, anything in your life, even people, anything that needs to go. Good time to go in the middle of the month, right around February 16th. Doesn't have to be the 16th, any time toward the middle. Really good time to get stuff out and purge. Now, alternatively, we have the new moon coming in on February 1. The 1st of February is the new moon. That's when most people are viewing this video, so it's the best time to bring anything brand new into your life. Now, we did talk about that love action going on there. That would be something brand new for some people. So the beginning of the month and also the end of the month, because we have March new moon energy coming in at the end of February. So anything new comes in at the very, very beginning. That's the best place for you to put it, to make it stick. So there's your moon cycle forecast. As we keep moving up your sides here, number 8, we have external influence. They're talking about taking authority in your love corner here. For some of you, they could be talking about a man. I do have a king. I don't have any confirmation whether they're talking about an actual male here or the energy of the card, which that's why I give you both. But, for external influence, this could be what's around you. So you could just have a male that's very prevalent in your life. This could also be, like I said, taking great authority in your love corner. And it's a good spot. It basically shows that you've done a really good job with this, with your family. Another word for a love corner is family. It's your close group showing really good authority by you. Almost like, you're not letting anybody else call the shots here. You're calling the shots, and things are going the way you want them to go. And if not, you're going to say something about it. So that's what taking great authority is. Very good to see. As we continue to move up, we have hopes and fears here. We have a message coming in that's a correspondence through the air for hopes and fears. So, I don't know if that would be a hope or a fear, because it could be both. But there is a message coming in again here early in the month. It could actually be the same message that I already talked about there in the advice column. I'm thinking it's going to be separate, though. I think these are two different things. And a correspondence through the air is text message, a phone call, an email, basically something that travels through the air. And it's the Page of Swords, and that's my messenger through the air in tarot. So whether that would be a hope or fear, I guess it depends on what you're expecting. If you're expecting an email or a communication of some form about something, and, I don't even want to attach it at all to hope or fear, to be honest with you, because, the more positive vibe you put out there, the better you're going to get. So let's say this is a job you applied for that's writing you back. They could be corresponding back that you did not get the job. That would be, bad, right? Or they could be corresponding to say, hey, we want you to come in for an interview. That would be good. Okay, so either way, that would be correct here. And it's coming in before the full moon on the 16th, probably early in February, as you guys are checking this out. So very important for my Aquariuses. The final outcome here is a fantastic environment, guys. It's a good home, good, happy environment, camaraderie, warm and fuzzy, even good pets come up here. But you're also good by yourself. It's an interesting mix, because they say like everything's good, but you also like to be good by yourself. And that's what they show in the final outcome for February. So it ends quite smoothly. It's like the plane coming down for a landing. All three of the wheels touch. And now it's deceleration, and now it's, your February has landed. And that's basically what they show there. So it's a good way to end it. It's a good family vibe, good kind of just good vibe. There's no better way to put it than that. So let's get into your messages from heaven, because I need to reshuffle to make sure that, if we need to use some of these cards, I like to give them the option to do that so I can be as accurate as possible. So I'm going to cut away while I do that so you don't have to watch me shuffle, and I will be right back. Okay, Aquarius, I am back. I have reshuffled the cards. I did get one more thing that I need to go back on the Celtic Cross. I did have the Thinker card on the Justice card. So when we were talking about the legal stuff, the legal agreements and contracts, all the signature stuff, all that type of, law, legal, all that, they gave me the thinker card, so they want me to tell you to think about what this could be for you. They're telling me that some of you are completely oblivious to this. They don't want you to be blindsided. They want to bring awareness to this. They're saying some of you have no idea what this could be, or they really want you to kind of rack your brain so that you figure out kind of the direction of where they're going with this for you. It can also be the karmic definition too of less likely, but just the return on investment too, just doing good things. We talked about doing things the right way earlier, and that's probably, you guys are kicking so high vibration right now that the karmic kickback, the boomerang effect, is going to be large in February. So just be on the up and up. So let's get going with your messages from heaven. I got to do the ritual cuts. Do that every time. Put it back together. Now we do know we have a male coming through, because when I did the spread to see what kind of spread we're doing for you guys, they did give me a deceased male. So this card represents him. And then moving across is the story, or the messages. Very interesting set. Let's see if I need more cards here. I don't think so, but I'm going to get a couple angels. Okay, the deceased male that I have coming through for some of my Aquariuses is probably military, very, very structured individual, bringing up the card of war and chaos. This could be somebody who actually fought in a war, or went through a war, or went through extremely, extremely turbulent times. It's the war and chaos card for a reason. That's the card that he came in on. So that's what he describes himself as, or the life he lived, or something like of that nature. Now, as far as the message, because this is not going to be for everybody, just to be very, very clear. This may be only for one or two people. I'm not sure. I have to do what I got to do. But this is where this message goes. He wants to talk about his wife. Okay, I'm not sure if this is going to be, if I have no validation here, if this female is also deceased or not. I think that it's almost like, it's weird because it feels to me like he's talking to somebody else here about his wife. So it's almost like he's not directly talking to his wife. It's like, if this would be like your dad, right? It's almost like the message has to come through you for you to tell your mom. Okay, I hope that makes sense. It's like he's not talking directly. He's saying that, this message is not for you, it's for her, okay? Or it's for another very, an elderly woman, or, somebody that's kind of on the same level as he is here. So this message is not necessarily for you, but he wants you to push it on. He wants you to kind of telephone it where it needs to go. He's referencing having a hard time balancing two different areas of life. I don't know if he's talking about this female or somebody else. It's hard to say. I mean, I have to lean toward the female because he did come in talking about a female right away. The other thing here is growth. He's talking about financial growth or just growth as a person. I am going to get another card there because that one intrigues me. Bringing up hard work to earn money, financial growth. That's what he wants to see, or that is the advice, or that is what he's noticing here, that it's going to take hard work to make it work. And then we also have the Hermit card inverted here. So this is basically saying don't be alone. And I don't think that he's saying you don't be alone. I think he's saying he's not alone. I have the Blessed card here in my Angel Oracle card. He's basically saying that I don't think either are alone. Maybe the message is that she feels very alone. And he's just coming through and saying, no, I check in frequently. She's never alone. I'm always there, or I'm there often. I'm with her in ways that she doesn't know. Very much the vibe here. So not alone. It could be for that person. It could be for others. But the original message coming in not for you, I think that just means that it's not that he doesn't want to talk to you. It's that he just wants to make sure where this message goes, that it gets to the source of the intent. So that's what we got there. Messages from heaven are very, very interesting spreads, and hard to do in a general reading, but that is the best shot that they gave me to do it for you guys. So that is going to wrap up your entire reading. I want to thank you so much for joining. Please remember to like and subscribe so you see the future videos. Also join the newsletter. It's at the very bottom of my website, scottsagent.com. And also follow the Facebook page. Make sure you like the Facebook page because I do monthly giveaways every single month. So that's it for here. I'll see you guys very, very soon, and take care.